What's good, y'all? It's O.D.D.I.T.Y, and welcome back to another episode of The Craft. We talk all things hip hop, from opinions to advice to my own personal experiences. I'm just here to share all things hip hop. So thank you guys for coming. Let's get into this week's episode.
Some just do it for the cash, others do it for the passion. Is you working on your craft? Is you really about that action? Some just do it for the cash, others do it for the passion. Is you working on your craft? Is you really about that action? The Craft. Welcome.
So if you're a beginner, which I know that there's all levels of people that are tuning into the channel, but a lot of this stuff is geared towards beginners. So if you are a beginner and you're wondering, like, how do you find so many words, different words that rhyme and you don't repeat, and your verses have such intricate rhymes, I would start by saying to pick up a dictionary. And I know dictionaries aren't a thing, and paper copies, physical copies are dying out, and everything's digital, which you can go to dictionary.com. But no, real talk. I know that sounds like a cliche answer, but the more knowledge, the more words, the more information that you can put in your brain, it's like studying for school. The faster that things will come to you when you're writing. And so I not even lying to you, I used to read dictionary and thesauruses to find synonyms, different ways of saying things, different words that mean the same thing, so you're not saying things in a way that everybody else says them. I think that's what, personally, my music that I take pride in, is saying things in a way that hasn't been said before, because ultimately we're humans. We go through a lot of the same experiences, but so no matter that my life is different and my experiences are different, a lot of things overlap. So when artists are making songs, there's going to be a lot of songs about the same topic, and so how can you? One way to differentiate yourself is by the words and the ways, the phrases that you say. And so, going through a dictionary, find you 5 words a day that you didn't know, and just commit them to memory. Go through a thesaurus, find 5 new ways of saying a word like good. Don't or great. Find 5 words that are similar, and you will slowly start to expand your vocabulary. And it's not even about being this super hippity hoppity lyrical rapper where you're using words that just sound like you want to sound like super sophisticated. Like, that's not my style. I'm saying more so phrases and ways of saying things, metaphors. Like, to build metaphors, to build similes, you gotta know synonyms. You gotta know things that you can equate, like, the real life situation to, like, what is it equated to in a way that's relatable to people, instead of just saying I'm doing this. Say it in a way that is out there, that makes people think. It's like almost like a riddle. So the sources, dictionaries. Another way is while I'm writing verses, you'll type in a word. I might have 10 or 15 words I know off the top of my head that rhyme with a certain word. But I'm not ashamed to say that I'll go type in words that rhyme with X, X, and X. And you go through a list, and it'll have words and even phrases, two words that sound similar to 2 other words. And that's not cheating, guys. It's not cheating, because what you're doing is, when you do that, the brain is very, very capable, and you're starting to add and expand your knowledge, so that when you are sitting down to write, it will start to take you less time. Things will just innately, subconsciously come to you. If I hear a phrase like let's say, like, underground, you start to mumble, like, things that sound similar, like want around, come around, blunders now, somewhat how, like, things like that are not just cookie cutter rhymes, because of all the knowledge that you put in your brain. It's like the neurons are like grasping and grabbing at all the different things that you've read and experienced, and piecing together these puzzles quick. And the more that you practice and the more knowledge that you get, the quicker that your neurons are pulling information, and you're able to put together rhymes. And I know that's like a real scientific way of explaining it, but the best way that I can explain it is you gotta expand your knowledge and expand what's in your brain. Because most of us, when we started out, I know when I started out, my rhymes were super simple, which there's nothing wrong with that. But this episode is for if you want to find more ways to rhyme, more phrases, more different ways of saying things. Then you're not going to magically just create these phrases. Knowledge comes from experiencing, learning, seeking. And on the outside, being a rapper seems like something that, I just come hear this beat and I write stuff. But there's levels to it. There's layers to it. If you want to become better at saying things different ways and unique ways, you need to put in the time. You need to put in the time to learn new words, learn what they mean, learn different phrases. If you go to some of my music, you'll hear 8 straight lines where 3/4 of the line of each line rhymes with the. So I could go 8 lines in a row, and 3/4 of each of those lines will rhyme, and they all will be completely different words, but they all rhyme and they all still tell a story. I'm not just rhyming to rhyme, like they build on top of each other, and the layers of that happens because I've put in the time to expand my vocabulary, to expand my knowledge of words, experiences, everything. So I hope that helped. I hope it wasn't too over our heads. I try to keep it dumbed down, but as an artist, if you listen to my music, you know I'm dumbing it down. It's not for me. So I hope that helped you. If you're new to the channel and you like what you heard, please hit subscribe. We're pushing towards 7,000 subscribers. I'm dropping new music soon, I promise. I know it's been a lot of just podcast stuff, but I'm dropping new music. I got a lot in the vault, so you can see firsthand, real experience, that I'm putting what I'm saying into practice. So thank you guys, and we'll see you next episode.